Good day everyone. I'm going to discuss about special education. So, special education is a kind of education that allows children with impairments to gain the same knowledge and skills as regular students in the classroom. So, when speaking or pointing toward a person with handicap, we try to avoid using language that could insult them. Instead, we try to approach them in a way that seems natural or appropriate. The Education for All Handicapped Children Act, passed by Congress in 1979, was the first special education law aimed at kids with physical and mental impairments. The law required public schools to provide children with special needs with the same educational opportunities as other pupils. It also compelled any public school receive government funds to serve one free meal every day to this student. And the next law is individuals. Individual with the Disability Education Act or IDEA, the Individuals with Disability Education Act, which is IDEA, was established in 1990 as an addition to the Education for All Handicapped Children Act. This law ensured that children with special needs get suitable free public education in the least intrusive settings necessary to satisfy their requirements. It enables kids to receive the extra help they require while still allowing them to engage in the same activities as children without special needs whenever possible. The next law is No One Child Left Behind. In 2001, the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, commonly known as the Child No Left Behind Act, called from schools to be accountable for academic performance of all students, whether or not they had disabilities. The Act requires school in every state to develop routine assessment of students' academic skills. While it does not stipulate that these assessments meet a national standard, the law does oblige each state to come up with its own criteria for evaluation. No Child Left Behind provides incentives for schools to demonstrate progress in students with special needs. It is also allows for students to seek alternate options if schools are not meeting their academic, social, or emotional needs. Disabilities. In disabilities, so what is the intellectual disability? When a person's ability to learn at an expected level and function in everyday life is limited, this is known to us as intellectual disability. Other signs of intellectual impairments includes sitting up, crawling, or walking later than typical children, learn to speak later, or have a difficulty speaking. I have trouble remembering stuff, have some problems grasping social rules. They have difficulty seeing the consequence of their actions, having difficulty solving issues. And some of the most frequent recognized causes of intellectual impairments occur before the birth. So, including Down syndromes, fetal alcohol syndrome, Fragile X syndrome, and genetic disorder, birth deformities, and infectus. Others happen during or shortly after birth. Learning and teaching strategies for students with intellectual disability give a summary of what will taught, emphasize important topics, and provide opportunity to practice new skills and concepts. Give reading lists well in advance of the commencement of a course so that reading may begin right away. Consider personalizing reading lists and providing help to essential literature. So the next disability is ASD. Autism Spectrum Disorder is a development impairment caused by brain difference. ASD patients frequently struggle with social communication and engagement, as well as confined or repetitive habits or hobbies. Individuals with ASD may also learn, move, or pay attention in various ways. Delayed language abilities are one of the characteristics of this condition. Movement disabilities that are delayed, cognitive or learning skills that are delayed, behavior that is hyperactive, impulsive, and or inattentive, Some of the key factors are having specific genetic or chromosomes disorder, such as fragile or syndrome or tuberous, and sclerosis, having problems at delivery and being born to elderly parents strategy. And the number one is reducing sensory overload is one of that can aid in educating for them. Method number two, utilizing reward and incentives, applied behavior analysis. And strategy number three is giving proper feedback for children with ASD. And strategy number four, concentrating on autism reading comprehension techniques. As a future educator, it is very important to share knowledge of the student. The student with special needs can often feel like they struggle to succeed. So, create opportunities for them to recognize and celebrate their accomplishments. Creating lessons that lead to positive results and introducing rewards can help them to stay motivated. And having atypical students in classroom is a big responsibility that we need to see to those students who are as equals and special education. And that's all. Thank you.